Welcome. Welcome back to our channel. This is a special listening practice. Today, we will learn English through story. And today's story is about pizza. But it is not just about food. It is a story about history, about people, and about change. So find a comfortable place to sit. Relax your shoulders and listen. Before you take your next bite of pizza, I want you to ask yourself one question. Here is the question. What if the world once believed that pizza was disgusting? Think about that. Today, we love pizza. But for a very long time, people did not. It was not fashionable. It was not elegant. It was not respected. No. For many years, pizza was survival. Let's go back in time. Let's go to the crowded streets of Naples, Italy. In Naples, a long time ago, pizza was the cheapest food. It was very simple. It was a flatbread. Often the bread had only a little lard and salt on top. Nothing else. Who ate this food? Poor people ate it. Dock workers who worked by the ocean ate it. Laborers who worked hard all day ate it. And families with no private kitchens, ate it. Now imagine the rich people. Imagine the aristocracy in the 19th century. To them, pizza was unthinkable. They looked at pizza and they did not see food. What did they see? They saw dirt. They saw poverty. They saw danger. Some rich people even believed that pizza spread disease in the poor areas, in the slums. Let's picture a morning in old Naples. At sunrise, the communal ovens came to life. A communal oven is an oven for everyone in the neighborhood. At sunrise, these big ovens began to heat up. The smell of burning wood filled the air. The smell of charred dough also filled the air. These smells moved through the narrow alleyways. Outside, you could hear the bakers working. The metal peels, the long, flat tools for moving bread, scraped against the hot bricks. Listen to those sounds in your mind. This was not fine dining. This was endurance. Endurance means the ability to survive a hard situation. Pizza was endurance, baked into bread. It was a practical shield against hunger. A shield protects you. Pizza was cheap food that protected people from being hungry. But here is the turning point. Here is where the story changes. Here is the question, what happens when survival food crosses an ocean? Between 1880 and 1920, many people left Italy. Millions of Italians immigrated to the United States. They traveled on big ships. They carried very little with them. They carried no furniture. They carried no money. But they carried their memories. And they carried their recipes. Recipes require no luggage. You keep them in your mind. You keep them in your heart. So the recipes for pizza came to America. In New York City, in the working-class neighborhoods, something began to happen. Small bakeries started to sell pizza. In 1905, a man opened a store. His name was Lombardi, and Lombardi's became the first licensed pizzeria in America. The first official pizza place. At first, nothing changed. Pizza was still a poor immigrant's meal. It was inexpensive. It was cheap. It was filling. It made you feel full. It was efficient. It was quick and easy. Factory workers ate it while standing up. They did not sit at a table with a white cloth. Wealthy Americans, rich people, did not notice pizza. They ignored it completely. But history follows a pattern. And the pattern is this. What begins on the margins often moves to the center. The margins are the edges of society. The center is the main part of society. Cities grew bigger and bigger. Different cultures began to mix and blend together. And as this happened, pizza began to climb. It climbed the social ladder. It moved up in the world. It moved from street corners to suburban kitchens. It moved from immigrant neighborhoods to nice upscale restaurants. What was once called peasant bread, peasant means a poor farmer or poor worker. What was once called peasant bread became America's comfort food. Comfort food is food that makes you feel happy and safe. And finally, pizza became a global industry. A business worth many billions of dollars. So, think about this journey. A dish that was born in smoke and born in poverty became a passport to prosperity. A passport lets you travel anywhere. Poverty means being poor. Prosperity means being successful and rich. How did this happen? How did bread of desperation become a symbol of joy? Desperation means having no hope, having no other choice. How did that become a symbol of joy for the whole world? Today, in this English listening practice, we explored food history. But we also learned more than that. You are learning English through storytelling. This method helps you in many ways. It helps you expand your vocabulary, learn new words. It helps you deepen your cultural understanding, learn about the world. It helps you improve your listening comprehension, understand spoken English better, and it helps you strengthen your confidence. Feel more sure of yourself when you speak. Because this is not only a story about pizza. This is a story about migration, about people moving to new countries. It is a story about class, about rich people and poor people. And it is a story about reinvention, about changing into something new. Listen carefully to the world around you. The next few minutes, the next meal you eat, may change how you see food. It may change how you interpret history. Interpret means to understand and explain the meaning of something. Now, let's begin the journey. Chapter 1. Born in Poverty. Let's begin our journey. Close your eyes and imagine Naples in the 18th century. Can you see it? The city is dense. Dense means crowded, full of people and buildings. The city is noisy. There are many sounds. Listen. Sailors. Sailors shout near the harbor. The harbor is where the ships come in. Children. Children run through narrow alleyways. Alleyways are small streets between buildings. Look up. Laundry. Wet clothes. Hangs above your head. It hangs from crowded balconies. And the air is filled with smoke. Smoke from wood fires drifts. It moves slowly through the air. Now, look down. Look at the street corners. On the street corners, there are vendors. Vendors are people who sell things. And what are they selling? They are selling simple flatbread. It is early pizza. How is it made? The dough is stretched by hand. It is not made by a machine. Then, it is baked quickly. It is baked in hot communal ovens. Communal means shared. These ovens belong to the whole neighborhood. Many families, poor families, did not have their own kitchens. So they brought their food to these big shared ovens to cook. This early pizza was not decorative. Decorative means nice to look at, beautiful. No, this pizza was not made to be beautiful. This pizza was functional. Functional means it had a job. It had a purpose. Its purpose was to feed people. Let's think about the people. Workers bought this pizza. Why? Because it was cheap. Laborers, people who worked with their hands, ate this pizza. Why? Because it was filling. Filling means it makes your stomach feel full. Many residents of Naples, many people who lived there, were poor. They were very poor. They needed food. They needed food that gave them energy, calories. And they needed this food at the lowest possible cost, at minimal cost. So what was on this early pizza? The bread was topped with simple things. Lard, which is animal fat, garlic, or salt. Sometimes, if they were lucky, small fish were added. Nothing was wasted. They used every part of every ingredient. And then, something new arrived. During this period, a new ingredient came to Europe. The tomato. Yes, the tomato. It came from the Americas, far away across the ocean. It came after the famous voyages of Christopher Columbus. But here is an interesting fact. The Europeans. They did not trust the tomato. They did not trust it at all. Some people believed tomatoes were poisonous. They thought the tomato would make them sick or kill them. Other people, they just thought tomatoes were strange. They thought tomatoes were unsafe. So for many years, tomatoes were not food. They were only grown as ornamental plants. Ornamental means they were grown for decoration, to look at, not to eat. But change happens slowly, gradually, over time. Something changed. Poor families in southern Italy, the families in Naples, they began to experiment. They began to cook with tomatoes. And what did they discover? They discovered something wonderful. They learned that baked tomatoes, cooked in the hot ovens, tasted bright and fresh. They tasted delicious on warm bread. A simple sauce was made from these tomatoes. This simple sauce became the foundation, the base of something new. It became what we now call marinara sauce. So, pizza was born. But remember this. Still, at this time, pizza remained food for the poor, only for the poor. The wealthy people, the rich people, they refused to eat it. They refused completely. They looked at pizza, and what did they see? They saw dirty street fare. Fare is another word for food. They saw it as low, dirty food from the streets. They would never touch it. But history. History often begins in overlooked places. Overlooked means ignored, not noticed. Great stories, great changes, start in the places that rich people ignore. And so, the story of pizza began in the narrow alleyways of Naples. It began in poverty. But it was only the beginning. Chapter 2. Royal Approval and the Birth of a Legend. Now, we move forward in time. We arrive in the year 1889. 1889. This is an important time for Italy. Italy is newly unified. Unified means brought together as one country. For many years, Italy was separate kingdoms and states, but now it is one nation. And national identity matters. People want to feel Italian. They want symbols of their country. During this time, a queen visits Naples. Her name is Queen Margherita of Savoy. She is royalty. She is important. She comes to the city of Naples, the home of pizza. Now, listen to this story. According to legend, according to the story people tell, a local pizzaiolo is invited to cook for the queen. Pizzaiolo means pizza maker. Imagine that. A simple pizza maker, invited to cook for a queen. He is asked to prepare food for her. Special food. He creates 3 different kinds of pizza, 3 varieties. Now, picture the first pizza. It has tomatoes. The tomatoes are red. Picture the second pizza. It has white mozzarella cheese. The cheese is white. Picture the third pizza. It has green basil leaves. The basil is green. Red, white, green. Do you see it? These are the colors of the Italian flag. The flag of Italy is green, white, and red. This pizza maker, he made a pizza that looked like the flag. The story continues. The Queen Margherita, tries this pizza. She reportedly enjoys it very much. Reportedly means people say this happened. She likes it a lot. And soon, something happens. Soon this pizza is given a name. It is named in her honor. In her honor means to show respect for her. They call it Pizza Margherita. Now, we must be honest. Is every detail of this story historically precise? Precise means exactly correct, exactly true. Maybe, or maybe not. Maybe some parts are myth. Myth means a story that may not be completely true. Maybe it is part history and part legend. But here is the important part. Whether every detail is true or not, the impact is undeniable. Undeniable means you cannot deny it. You cannot say it is not true. The impact, the effect of this story, was real. Think about it. A food of poverty, a food for poor people, gains royal validation. Validation means approval, acceptance. The Queen approved of this food. A simple street meal became a national emblem. An emblem is a symbol. It became a symbol of Italy. Now, things change. Visitors to Naples, people from other cities, begin to hear about this pizza. They come to Naples. They want to try this celebrated dish. Celebrated means famous, well known. And because of this, the recipes change too. They become more standardized. Standardized means they become the same, more consistent. Before, every pizza maker did things a little differently. Now, a classic formula begins to appear. Formula means a set way of making something. What is this classic formula? Dough, the bread base. Tomato, the red sauce. Mozzarella, the white cheese. And basil, the green herb. These 4 things, together, become the classic pizza. And so, pizza begins its journey. It begins to move. It begins to travel beyond Naples, beyond the poor streets where it was born. Now it has a name. Now it has a story. Now it has royal approval. Chapter 3. Migration and American Reinvention. And now, the story crosses an ocean. Between 1880 and 1920, 1880 to 1920. This is a period of 40 years. During this time, millions of Italians leave their homeland. Their homeland is Italy. They leave in search of opportunity. Opportunity means a chance for a better life, a chance to work, a chance to succeed. Where do they go? Many of them settle in New York City. Settle means they make a new home there. They arrive in America. They arrive with limited financial resources. Limited means not much, not enough. Financial resources means money. They arrive with very little money. But they arrive with something else. They arrive with strong cultural memory. Cultural memory means they remember their traditions. They remember their food, their recipes, their way of life. And among the traditions they carry is pizza. They carry it in their minds, in their hearts. Now, picture the immigrant neighborhoods in New York, areas where Italian families live together. In these neighborhoods, small bakeries begin to appear, and these bakeries, they sell pizza. They sell slices at affordable prices. Affordable means not too expensive, prices that poor workers can pay. Then, in 1905, something important happens. A man opens a business. His name is Lombardi, and Lombardi's becomes the first licensed pizzeria in America. Licensed means official, legal, recognized by the city. This formalizes pizza's commercial presence. Formalizes means makes it official, makes it a real business. But listen carefully. At first, at the very beginning, pizza remains ethnic cuisine. Ethnic cuisine means food eaten by one specific cultural group. Only Italians eat it. Only immigrants know about it. Who buys this pizza? Factory workers eat it during short breaks. They work long hours. They have little time. They buy a slice. They eat it fast. Customers stand while eating. There are no tables, no chairs. It is quick. It is practical. It is satisfying. It fills their stomachs. It costs little money. And then, the world changes. Then comes World War II. The war changes everything. American soldiers, young men from the United States, they are sent to fight in Europe. They are stationed in Italy. Stationed means they live there temporarily, in military camps. While they are in Italy, they encounter pizza. Encounter means they find it. They try it for the first time. They taste this food, this Italian flatbread, overseas. Overseas means across the ocean, in another country. They like it. They remember it. After the war, the soldiers return home. They come back to America, and when they return, they seek something. Seek means they look for. They want to find. They seek the flavor they remember, the taste of pizza from Italy. They want to eat it again. And so, demand grows rapidly. Demand means people want to buy something. Rapidly means quickly, fast. More and more Americans want pizza. Not just Italian immigrants now. Everyone wants pizza. Now, here is another important part. Pizza changes. It adapts to American preferences. Adapts means it changes to fit new tastes. Preferences means what people like. How does it change? Slices become larger. In Italy, pizza was smaller. In America, bigger is often better. Slices become foldable. You can pick it up, fold it in half, and eat it while walking. This is perfect for busy American cities. Cheese becomes more abundant. Abundant means a lot, plenty. Americans love cheese. So pizza makers add more cheese, much more cheese. Pizza evolves. Evolves means it changes slowly over time. It becomes convenient urban food. Convenient means easy, easy to buy, easy to eat. Urban means in the city. Think about this journey. What began as survival bread in Naples? Survival bread. Bread to help poor people live. What began as that transforms into mainstream American fare. Transforms means changes completely. Mainstream means normal, popular, accepted by everyone. Fare means food. A poor immigrant's meal becomes food for all of America. The journey continues. Chapter 4. Industrial Scaling. And now, the story moves to the 1950s and 1960s. 1950s, and 1960s. This is when the real success story begins. The real success story of pizza. During this time, something happens. Entrepreneurs see opportunity. Entrepreneurs are people who start businesses. They look at pizza, and they see a chance to make money, a chance to grow, a chance to expand. New companies appear. Chains appear. A chain is a group of restaurants with the same name. Two important chains begin during this time: Pizza Hut and Domino's Pizza. These companies introduce something new. They introduce standardization. Standardization means making everything the same. Every pizza, every restaurant follows the same rules. Let me explain. Recipes become measured. Measured means exact amounts. Not a little bit of this, a little bit of that. No, exact measurements. 1 cup, 2 teaspoons. Exactly. Cooking times are controlled. Controlled means watched carefully, made the same every time. Not cook until it looks done. No, exactly 7 minutes. Exactly 8 minutes. Every pizza cooks for the same time. Stores follow identical systems. Identical means exactly the same. The restaurant in New York and the restaurant in California, they look the same. They work the same way. The workers wear the same clothes. They use the same equipment. And so, something becomes the product. Consistency becomes the product. Consistency means it is always the same, always good, always familiar. When you buy a pizza from Pizza Hut, you know exactly what you will get. It will taste the same as last time. It will taste the same as the pizza in another city. That is consistency. That is the product. Then, a small but powerful innovation appears. Innovation means a new idea, a new invention. What is this innovation? It is the corrugated cardboard pizza box. Corrugated cardboard means the thick brown paper material with ridges. The kind of cardboard used for moving boxes. This box, this simple box, changes everything. Why? It has 2 important jobs. First, it keeps the crust crisp. Crisp means firm, not soft, the good texture of the bread. Second, it keeps the cheese warm. The heat stays inside the box. So when the pizza arrives, it is still hot, still delicious. And this leads to something big. Delivery. Delivery means bringing food to people's homes. You call a restaurant. They make the pizza. They put it in the box. Someone drives it to your door. Delivery transforms pizza. Transforms means changes completely. Pizza becomes convenience food. Convenience food means food that is easy to get, easy to eat. You don't cook. You don't go to a restaurant. You just call, and it comes to you. But the changes do not stop there. Later, another innovation comes. Freezing technology. Technology means new tools and methods. Freezing technology improves. It gets better. Now, supermarkets can sell ready-made pizzas. Ready-made means already prepared, already made. You go to the store, you buy a frozen pizza in a box, you take it home. Families can cook them at home, in minutes. Just open the box, put it in the oven, wait a short time, and dinner is ready. Think about what has happened. Pizza is no longer local. Local means only in one place, only in Naples, only in Italian neighborhoods. No, pizza is scalable. Scalable means it can grow. It can be made anywhere, in any amount. One restaurant can become 1,000 restaurants. One city can become 50 countries. By the late 20th century, by the 1990s, pizza becomes a multi-billion-dollar global industry. Global means all over the world. Industry means a big business. Billions and billions of dollars. From a simple flatbread. From the communal ovens of Naples, to the freezers of America, to the world. Pizza is no longer just food. It is an industry. It is everywhere. Chapter 5. Global Adaptation. And now, we arrive in the present. Today. Pizza exists in nearly every country on Earth. Think about that for a moment. From Italy to America, and now to the whole world. But here is the interesting part. The pizza changes. It changes depending on where you are. Let me give you some examples. In India, pizza may include spicy paneer. Paneer is a soft Indian cheese. It is mild. It is white. It is very common in Indian cooking. And spicy? Yes, India loves spice. So pizza in India tastes like India. In Japan, unique seafood toppings appear. Unique means different, special. Toppings are the things on top of the pizza. In Japan, you might find shrimp, or squid, or octopus. Things that are common in Japanese cuisine. Things that might surprise you if you are from another country. In Northern Europe, something different happens. Gourmet and artisanal versions dominate. Gourmet means high quality, fancy. Artisanal means made by hand, carefully, like traditional craft. Dominate means they are the most common, the most popular. In countries like Sweden, Denmark, Germany, people want special pizza, unique pizza, pizza with fine ingredients. So what does this tell us? Each culture modifies the base concept. Modifies means changes, adapts. Base concept means the basic idea, the original formula. And what is that base concept? It is simple. 4 things. Dough plus sauce plus cheese plus heat. That is it. That is the foundation of every pizza. Every pizza in the world starts with these 4 things. Dough, the bread, sauce, usually tomato, cheese, usually mozzarella, heat, the oven that cooks it all together. This flexibility, this ability to change, is the core of pizza's success model. Core means the center, the most important part. Success model means the reason it works so well. Pizza adapts without losing identity. Adapts means it changes for new places. Without losing identity means it is still pizza. It still feels like pizza. It still tastes like pizza, even with spicy paneer, even with squid. It is still pizza. Now, let's look at today. We are in the year 2026. 2026. New trends are appearing. Trends means new directions, new popular ideas. What are these trends? They focus on sustainability. Sustainability means caring for the environment, using resources in a way that does not hurt the planet. How does this affect pizza? Let me give you some examples. Plant-based cheeses. Plant-based means made from plants, not from animals. Cheese from nuts, cheese from soy. For people who do not eat dairy, ancient grains. Grains are seeds used for flour, like wheat. Ancient grains are old types of grains, spelt, kamut, einkorn. Grains that people grew thousands of years ago. Now they are popular again. And sourdough fermentation. Sourdough is a type of bread made with natural yeast. Fermentation is the process that makes bread rise. It is slower. It is older. It is more natural. Technology also helps. Technology improves supply chains. Supply chains are the systems that bring ingredients from farms to restaurants. Better technology means fresher ingredients, faster delivery, less waste, And branding evolves. Branding means how a company presents itself, its image, its story. Evolves means changes slowly. Through social media, through Instagram and TikTok, pizza companies share their stories, their pictures, their pizzas. People see them. People want them. But here is the beautiful truth. After all these changes, after all these years, after India and Japan and Europe, after plant-based cheese and social media, the original formula remains simple. Dough, sauce, cheese, heat from the streets of Naples to the whole world, from poverty to royalty to industry. Pizza traveled far, but it never forgot where it began. Chapter 6. The Business Lessons. And now, we reach the final chapter. The story of pizza is almost complete. But before we finish, we must ask a question. What can we learn from this story? What lessons does pizza teach us? Pizza's success teaches powerful principles. Principles means rules or lessons, important ideas. Let me share them with you. Lesson 1. Start with necessity. Necessity means something that people really need, something that is required, not optional. Pizza solved a real problem. What problem? Hunger and affordability. People were hungry. They had no money. They had no kitchens. Pizza gave them food, cheap food, filling food. It solved a problem. Every successful business starts with a real problem. Lesson 2. Rebrand strategically. Rebrand means to change how people see something. Strategically means with a plan, on purpose. Remember the Queen? Queen Margarita. When she approved of pizza, everything changed. Royal Association changed perception. Association means connection. Perception means how people think about something. Rich people saw pizza differently because the Queen liked it. They liked it too. A simple change in image changed everything. Lesson 3. Leverage migration and culture. Leverage means to use something to your advantage. Migration means people moving from one country to another. Millions of Italians moved to America. They brought pizza with them. Movement created new markets. Markets means places where people buy things. Because people moved, pizza found new customers. Culture travels with people, and where culture goes, business follows. Lesson 4. Standardize for scale. Standardize means make everything the same. Scale means to grow big, to expand. Remember Pizza Hut and Domino's? They made every pizza the same, every restaurant the same, every recipe measured exactly. Systems build empires. Systems are organized ways of doing things. Empires are huge, successful businesses. Without systems, without standardization, pizza would still be only in Naples. Lesson 5. Adapt locally. Adapt means change to fit a new place. Locally means in each different area. In India, spicy paneer. In Japan, seafood. In each country, pizza changes. Flexibility ensures global survival. Flexibility means the ability to change. Ensures means guarantees, makes sure. Global survival means existing everywhere in the world. If pizza stayed exactly the same, if it refused to change, it would not be everywhere today. But it changed, and it survived. So, let us think about the journey, from poor neighborhoods in Naples to global franchises across continents. Franchises are restaurants that share a name and system. Continents means all over the world. Pizza represents more than food. Represents means stands for, means more than just itself. It is not just bread and cheese anymore. It represents reinvention. Reinvention means becoming new again, changing into something better. Poor food became royal food. Ethnic food became American food. It represents scalability. Scalability means the ability to grow, to become big. One small bakery became thousands of restaurants. It represents something bigger. It shows how a simple idea, when combined with culture, when combined with timing, when combined with innovation, can dominate the world. Dominate means to be everywhere, to be the main thing. So, next time you hold a slice in your hand, next time you eat pizza, remember this story. You are not just eating bread and cheese. No, you are holding something more. You are holding one of the greatest food success stories in modern history. From the narrow streets of Naples to your hands today, a story of poverty, royalty, migration, and innovation, a story of reinvention. Thank you for listening. This has been English Listening Practice through the story of pizza. Keep listening, keep learning, and remember, every simple thing has a story.